Hey everybody, what's up? It's the Merc here from Poolshed Games, and it is time for another episode of The Quest for Gaming at College. This time around, we're going to be talking about my Mutant Epoch game, and how it's changed. So, last time we got together here for The Quest for Gaming at College, we had talked about bringing some new players in, and next week is spring break. So, I've decided after spring break, I'm going to talk to some of the other people, see if they want to play. And if they do, we'll bring them in, get them characters made, and we'll go from there. But since we've decided to bring new players in, we've decided to kind of shift focus with the campaign. Like I said in the previous video, I've noticed with the current group I have, story is not super important. And what I mean by that is they don't always pay attention when you try to tell them what the story is. And it's not a bad thing. I just had to kind of shift into that gear when it comes to running the game. And I think I've come up with an idea of how to do that. Basically, I'm just going to turn it into a post-apocalyptic dungeon crawler. Going to come up with unique environments for the party to kind of run through. I will give it the basic skeleton of a story for them to have a reason to be where they're at and do what they're doing. And that's going to be about as far as the story will go. It's not going to be anything deep and insightful. I'm not going to cover any topics that Post-Apocalyptica usually covers. But I think it'll be more fun for everybody involved. It'll be easier for me because I won't have to think up a storyline. I'll just have to think up encounters and adventures and just little strings to tie everything together instead of working on a full-blown story here at school while I'm trying to do work and everything else. And for the players, they don't want story, so they'll get combat. And if that's what they want, that's what they'll get. It's kind of the way I run my games. And I think the Mutant Epoch is a game that lends itself to running combat-oriented if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to run a hack-and-slash type game, you can. It's definitely an option. It's the option we're going to take. In light of that, the players rolled up an extra set of characters on Tuesday night, just because this way we can swap characters out. If somebody wants to run a character for one adventure and then a different character for another dungeon, they can. I have no problem with that. I think it's kind of a neat idea. And again, character creation in this game is just hilarious and fun. The one player who had an amazing bout of rolling the first time around, this time around ended up with a kind of middle-of-the-road character. He's going to be really hard to hit. He's a mild mutant. Has some helpful mutations. He has a skin adaptation where he has photosynthesis, so he doesn't need to eat, and he can heal if he's in the sun. It's kind of neat, I guess. I forget what his other mutation was, but his character is kind of the middle of the road. One of our players who had a character who was strictly mediocre the first time around, he now has a character that is fantastic. He rolled for a severely mutated mutant, and I mean, he has just like all kinds of crazy things going on. He has like a mutated torso that makes him stronger. He has a bladed tail. He has this aura ability that does damage to everyone around him within so many meters. And he can make an energy blade on his arm like a lightsaber. So he's pretty badass. The downside is the character has osteoporosis. He has the bone disease. So if he gets hit, it can be really bad. He can be put out of the commission for like months until his character heals properly. So it's the downside there. And funnily enough, my roommate, who ended up being a bestial human the last time around, is bestial human again. His first character was a horseman, a horse person, and this time around he's an armadillo person. And it's funny that he keeps rolling that. I do kind of like the rules for anthro-humans or bestial humans in this game, because they're an interesting character class that, it works. he's kind of neat because, I mean, he has the ability to roll up into a ball and get like a huge armor bonus, but he can't do anything while he's rolled up in a ball. He has an irrational fear of jaguars, coyotes, and rattlesnakes. So those are all things that I can play with in the game. And each of the characters, there's a religion chart for this game, and everybody rolled. And the only one that ended up being even remotely religious was the armadillo guy. And the religion in the game that his character follows is called the Inward Eye. And they're kind of a bunch of sort of hippies that just meditate and think that by meditation they can fix problems. So we all have this image in our head now of this like armadillo guy with like a little beard and dreadlocks and like dark sunglasses and like the like the beanie, the yellow, red, and green beanie, and whenever there's a problem, instead of going out to face it, he just rolls up in a little ball and he's like, "It's all right, man. I'll just sit here in my ball and meditate, and it'll be all okay. You guys can handle everything that's going on." So those are the new round of characters, and like I said, character creation in this game is just fantastic. It is a lot of fun. Everybody was happy to make new characters. It wasn't a huge drain on our time to make characters like it is sometimes in D&D or Pathfinder or D20 Modern. So that's where we're at right now with the quest. Next week there won't be any quest for Gaming in College because I'll be home. It'll be spring break. Don't know how many videos are going to get put up over spring break, mostly because currently my dad is in the hospital, so I might be spending more time there. I might not have a lot of time to do recording between that and work. So I just thought I'd give you guys a heads up on that. But that's going to do it for us here at Poolshed Games. Hopefully you guys liked the video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, comment down below, or subscribe, share us with your friends. It always helps. And we'll see you next time here at Poolshed Games.